Hey, how's it going, everybody? We're back with another episode of Breakfast of Champions. How we doing? How you guys doing? Cody, how you doing? Eric,
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm a winner, and that's all that matters to me. If you ain't first, you're last, and that's just where I'm at.
You won? Did you win?
Sorry.
Oh, I forgot to ask. Yeah, okay.
I won. It wasn't quite a blowout though. Let me be clear. I'm gonna give you a little bit of the play-by-play. So for those of you that don't follow either myself or KB or weren't on our channels last night, we did a Mario 64 race, head-to-head, 16-star any percent race. It was tons of fun. We had Kinsleby on the show. She did Mario trivia with us in second round. We had Mrs. Nerdwire join us with Finish That Line from the Super Mario Bros. Movie 1993, where she read the first part of a line and we had to finish it. Mind you, I got like maybe 3 of those because I don't remember that many quotes from it. But no, it was not a blowout. First round was really close. It was really close. And then second round, he got, my apologies, let me back up. First round, KB got a little bit hung up on backwards long jump. Just a little bit hung up. He made it, but he got just a little bit hung up. Second round, he got a lot hung up on backwards long jump, and he had like a 4-star lead on me for a long time because I got stuck on the MIPS clip. For those of you that don't know, it's shoving a rabbit through a wall and trying to get him to get you to go through a door so you can then go through another door later. But it was so much freaking fun. I had so much fun. And I think KB had fun.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, everything was good, from the awesome one-liners of frustration that I was giving people. That was fun.
Apologies, family-friendly channel chat for the best of it. Yep, he didn't even use his button. He invested in it.
I have it. I can't even do it right. I just hit it at random.
Oh, brother.
Oh my God. Yeah, there was a good one last night. But no, it was good. It was good. I mean, I almost beat Nerdwire at Mario Trivia. I was 4 points away from beating him.
No, 3. I got 18. You got 15.
I would have tied it. I would have needed 4 for the win.
Yeah. You're right.
And then the finish that line was just chaos. It was good. It was good though. I enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun.
It's great.
It was so much fun. It was very fun. But that wasn't like, I've been playing tons of Mario this last week too. So like it's been Mario every single day, celebrating Mario month. I'm trying to make it through all the freaking Mario games before the end of the month.
I don't know how you're doing it. I'm watching them all.
I'm blasting through them. It's been good. And I still have to play Mario 64 the right way coming up later this month. Not 16-star. We're going to go the 70-star route.
Well, so. I did 70 stars. I finished that last night on the original hardware.
Nice.
It took me just shy of 8 hours to get 70 stars. I did it in 3. I did it in 3 playthroughs. I did 22 stars the first one. I did 27 stars the second run, and then I did 21 stars the last one. But I really got hung up on the last Bowser fight because the last Bowser fight was insanely hard. Then I realized I can just bait him over to the spiky bombs on the side of the stage for the first 2 hits, and then the last hit, like you just throwing him around. And then, like, I don't know where the hitbox was. Like, I'm just whipping him over in the general direction. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Dude, I did find, like, a good trick for that is to just slow down your joystick turn speed as you're doing it to match the speed with which he's spinning.
Like that.
Because that will at least give you a better idea of where you're actually, like, hitting it or throwing him. But that still didn't help me much. Like, I still, like, got hung up on that fight.
Oh man, it was hard, but I forgot how much I really enjoy this game. So this was my first game ever.
I hate it.
I'm over it. I want to play it again.
I love it, but the damn camera in that game, I tell you what, so frustrating.
There's a pretty good tirade KB let loose about that camera as he was going underneath the Bowser sub in Dire Dire Docks. Like he was like, it was so good. He was like, this. Like, it was so good.
I'm sure he let the B word fly. You know what the B word is? Oh brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was coming strong, but this whole thing.
I was ready to rip my shirt, man. It was.
I'd pay for that.
It was good, but this whole week's been good. I took the kids to I took the kids to an indoor playground, and Trip found himself a girlfriend who promptly shoved him down a slide he didn't want to go down. So like, that relationship ended. The girl's mother is like, I'll just make up a new name, Emily Tulip. How could you possibly be? I was like, oh man, like it's not a big deal. Trip will be fine. Like you went down a slide. It's padded floors. Like what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like come on now. So, but I did that. Been playing a lot of Marvel Snap. Been relaxing a little bit, catching up on shows. Hello Tomorrow's really good on Apple TV. Mandalorian's really good. The Last of Us is really good. I just need my internet daddy to just like tell me what shows to watch. Like he's in 2 out of 3 of those, and they're both great. All 3 great.
Yeah. Wow.
I hear you.
2 out of 3 are good.
KB, what about you? What's your week looking like? I mean, you had a milestone birthday this week. I mean, would you turn 18 finally, or what?
Yeah. Finally turned 18. I mean, it feels good. I can finally, go buy a pack of smokes. Register to vote, all the fun things. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good. I was looking forward to it all year.
You can stop lying on internet adult entertainment websites.
Right? You know what I mean? So it's things are looking up for me. No, man. I mean, I had a birthday on Thursday. Did some Mario Kart, dude. It was good. We had a good turnout. It was fun.
Live chat's giving you some new information. Actually, KB, you're still not allowed to smoke. It's 21 to smoke now.
When is that?
Well,
did that change?
Apparently in America land.
Well, guess I got more waiting to do.
3 more years.
Count it down.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
But I mean that was good. Mrs. KB was off this week, so we got some time to spend together. So that was really good. I mean, other than that, it was just kind of chill. We did some spring cleaning. So
getting there.
House.
The spring change is this week for you guys, I think. Is it March 15th?
Yeah. The time change is today, and then I pretty much count that as we're basically in spring. So
yeah.
I don't know if that's right. But
I'll be getting the bike out, baby.
Nice.
Oh, the Kitsune bike. Mm-hmm. Listen, get that Vespa. Get a Vespa. I want to see a 6'4" man on a Vespa.
I don't need a Vespa. You get the Vespa and come up here and ride and cruise around.
I would look right on it. You would not. I would look like I belong on it. I don't deserve a Harley or anything cool. Like it's me on a moped, like rolling around.
That's fine.
I feel like it works though.
That's fine. Yeah.
Does the moped suddenly become cooler because it's underneath me, or?
I mean, both. I mean, moped becomes cooler because you're on it, and you become cooler because you're on a moped. I mean, we could all just get Segways, you know what I mean, and just cruise around.
Just lean. It's just a lean forward, and we're just going stationary. It's great.
Just lean with it, man, you know?
See, we all look better with Nerdwire on top. So my week this week, I'd tell you...
God, it just went mute.
Terrible. So I got my 64 in the post this week, which was really exciting. Mm-hmm. I also I've showed off the first one, but I my complete unboxed games. I got Banjo. I'm gonna start that one night. Diddy Kong Racing.
Why give them the free content here when they could go over to your YouTube and actually see what all you got? You got a whole video about that.
I do.
You got a whole video about it.
I have to watch it now.
Get the whole thing. I've spoiled it. But I'm on the hunt for I'd say complete box games, but they're really pricey. So like I have to like pick and choose which ones I want complete box. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of 64 lately. I'm loving it. That's really like the only thing substantial I've done this week.
Is there anything like must-haves, like top 3 must-haves for your 64 complete inbox that you definitely want to have that you don't currently have?
Quest 64, I want complete inbox because I played that game when I was a kid. I like that one. Star Fox 64, I've purchased. It's already in the way, so that's coming from Western Australia. That's like with the Rumble Pack, so it's a bigger box. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Like I remember having the Pokemon Stadium boxed as a kid, and that's a big box because it comes with the Game Boy cartridge, the transfer pack. Yep. And I can't remember, but can you actually play the games on?
Yeah. Okay. If you go to the arcade area of the stadium theme park that's on there, you can like boot into them. 2 will let you play gold and silver. 1 will only let you play red and blue and yellow.
See, I never played Pokemon Stadium 2, so I don't know anything about that.
The mini games in that one's better. If you like the mini games, that was the whole reason I played Pokemon Stadium. I played a lot of it with my sister growing up, but like the mini games were where it was at, and that the mini games in that one's a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. Aside from many other must-haves, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I was never a GoldenEye fan. I never got into that because I didn't play it as a kid.
Nope. I think that was the only game my wife played on 64. That was the only game she played. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a handful of them.
I'd like to have Donkey Kong 64 complete in box.
I did have
that's
that.
One that that's one that hits me good, and it's also a thicker box because it comes with the expansion pack. Like it was cool. Like that was I got the Christmas I got the 64. I got that, and then I got Donkey Kong. My apologies. I got that and Mario Kart 64 with it, and then later on. One of my grandparents, I think, got me Donkey Kong 64, and that's how I played it, and it was really good. Like, it was... People hate on that game because it's a giant collectathon. There's a lot of back and forth that could be cut out, and it's just padded, but, like, I like that game a lot.
That's what those games were like, though. I mean, like, it just expanded on that Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie feel.
Yep.
My N64 wish list right now is Paper Mario, Ocarina of Time. I would love that one box. Ogre Battle 64, that's expensive. Quest 64, Yoshi's Story, I would love that box. DK 64, Banjo-Tooie, Wave Race 64, Kirby Crystal Shards, Snowboard Kids, and Harvest Moon 64. That's my wish list now. So
we talked about this last week, didn't we? Snowboard Kids. It was like...
I think so.
Is it more arcadey?
Yeah, it's an Atlas game, so it's like more like arcadey, just pick up and play. Whereas 1080 is a little bit more...
it's closer to Sim, but it has a little less realistic physics. But it's closer to Sim than that sounds like. So 1080 is better.
I'll have to buy it. I'll honestly have to buy it. There is a complete copy here on Facebook, so
it's really good.
Yeah, you know what else is really good?
Really good.
You know what else is really good?
What else is really good?
This right here.
Listen, we gotta just roll straight into the Newsbyte here. Like, this is about as organic as it can possibly get.
We didn't have a voicemail.
We're trying to keep this. Oh, yeah. No, I forgot. And there are two things we actually didn't do. First thing, Patreon plug. Okay. We did Patreon content before and after the show. We've got a couple of Patreon events that we're planning coming up this month. But 3 tiers, more content. Just go over there. It's cheap. These are the people that we do need to thank. Thank you guys so much for supporting us extra wise. Thank you to Netist. That being said, listen, there was some new content that just rolled out. Not from us, but also from us. There is that over on the Patreon. You should go watch that from this last week. But new content this week from Nintendo. And I don't know if you guys have had the chance to see it. It is arguably, I think, the best look yet at the Mario Kart section of the upcoming new classic hit, Mario Bros. Movie. Super Mario Bros. Movie. It opens up with Luigi in prison. And dude, like the freaking Luma just being like, new meat for the meat grinder, but he sounds like a 3-year-old. Like, when he's like talking, he's like, new meat for the meat grinder. Like, it's so freaking good. But I am so excited for it. I think they've done a really, really good job nailing down a ton of the feel of all the nostalgia across the entire Mario universe. There's some Super Mario Galaxy music in there. There's obviously the original Super Mario Bros. 1 reorchestrated. You see Tostarena in the clip there, a reference to Mario 64 with Bob-omb Battlefield.
Fireflower DK.
Yeah,
that's new.
That was
blew
cool.
my freaking mind. Like, I was when I was watching it live, my wife was standing over my shoulder. I had Lando in my lap because he's like super excited for it, and I went, "Fire Donkey Kong!" Like, lost my freaking mind.
Yeah.
And then they had all these like nice little Easter eggs. I mean, this is packed. Every single scene has something as a reference to a previous experience you've had in Mario. And dude, like, I am stoked. But this scene right here, it is very Mad Max. It is a fight. It is, I mean, Mario Kart has never looked better, and if they don't do this on the next game, and I think that's a gimmick they could do, stealing other people's cars.
Oh god.
I don't know what they're missing out on at that point. Like, it'd be cool. Blow up a car, steal it. That's the new battle mode. Like, let's do that.
The Grand Theft Auto Kart.
Oh
Yes,
man, that'd be
dude.
so wild. It'd be extra chaotic.
I gotta tell
It'd
you
be
though,
so much fun.
if they posted this as like the first trailer, I think it would have absolutely blown people away. Like I get that they
Yeah.
staggered things just to kind of build suspense and like introduce the characters slowly with like voices and stuff like that. But this is a great trailer here because you can see the action, you can see the movement of the movie, and then of course, like, you know, a lot of the Mario Kart 60, or sorry, the Mario Kart stuff. By the way, I like this particular shot here because you can see the kart selector and the wheel selector from Mario Kart 8. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit later, what that could possibly lead to. But
Mario Kart 8, the goats.
Yeah, absolutely, the goats of Racer, and I just think it's great, and I can't wait to watch the 100 Things You Missed Game Explain
Right.
video of everything in that trailer.
So many cool references, but that wasn't the only thing that they talked about during that
Oh,
direct that happened this last week. They did
crazy.
two massive things, and at first, like, I wasn't that hype about it because I was like, Shigeru Miyamoto-san gets up there and he's like, we have one more thing for the American audiences. I was like, what? Is there going to be memorabilia you can buy at the theater? Is there going to be like the blah, 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 blah thing? No, he says, also, we're going to have at Nintendo New York. Well, that's not American audiences. That's for people who live in New York or want to make the trek to the Mecca, the Nintendo New York store.
Yeah.
But they released this making of Mario's shoes. And dude, they are so cool. One detail I did not know when he first talked about it is this is not just like any old partnership. This is partnership with Red Wing Boots, which are like a very prominent American boot maker. They do really good leather work. A lot of people swear by those, especially people who are in the working industry, whether you're blue collar working industry dude. But these things actually look super cool. But I gotta say, fellas, like Mario's got some big feet. Like they're huge feet, dude. For a man of his 3'6" stature, look how big tall those are. He's got fat feet.
Yeah.
Dude, he's got a double wide trailer, like for real.
Well, maybe he's just got
knows?
swollen feet. You know, he's never sitting down. He's always jumping on things, bouncing around.
That's true. He does jump off of saws. He spin jumps off of saws.
You know?
It's rough. It's rough. Oh man, KB's getting bigger. But
It's like, I'm
he
moving.
just ate him. He ate him.
I had to center you. Those look great. Those look cute. So that's just a one-off. Is it like we're not going to be able to buy those?
No, they are for display only at the Nintendo New York store. But if you want to look at them, they're right above a really cool question block that's in the actual like store display with like this big acrylic glass enclosure that lights up. Like it is really it's a cool display, but it's not something that American audiences can necessarily get all that excited about.
I can't enjoy it. You know.
No.
I can't go to New York. I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
you
why would
absolutely could. It's like twice the drive for me to go to the Mecca. But that being said, that's not the only Mario news we had this week,
Oh
is
my
it?
gosh, we've got so much this week.
No, there was so this week, what was it, the 9th, we got Wave 4. And Wave 4 brought some new courses, one new character, and also opened up 5 additional slots for characters. I mean,
let the speculation begin.
You know, right? I have to say the Yoshi's Island course was that one was made like that's the newest one they made for this game, correct?
It has not appeared on any other console, any other Mario Kart, any other like app.
It's so good. I think that's my like I had a couple favorites from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but this one takes the cake.
Yep.
Like hands down, it has the most detail, the most Easter eggs. I mean, whenever we were playing it, you were the first one to notice. You're like, yo, the coins have Yoshis on them.
It's so
like,
cool.
Yeah, just the little things like that. And
I love it when they do those kinds of courses too, because like the Legend of Zelda course had the rupees. It's not the only time that they've had like alternate items or ways to get the money. Like the F-Zero courses, you actually have to go on the actual like rainbow strips to gain coins. It's like like you were when you were gaining boost or damage in F-Zero. Like it's cool. Like Yoshi coins, dope.
With those 5 extra slots, man, apparently there was and I want to say I remember hearing about the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe character leak that happened a while ago. but according to the article here, there were 14 different characters that were apparently supposed to be DLC, and those were Dixie Kong, King Bob-omb, Paulina, and Kamek, along with however many others. And I'm really curious because I know a lot
Dixie
of people
Kong.
were saying, could we get Diddy Kong? Could we get maybe Samus? Like I don't know. A lot of people are saying it might be characters from previous games, but I feel like the most of them are here. I mean, who else are we missing from previous games? I mean, was King Bob-omb in another Mario Kart? 'Cause I don't remember.
He was in the arcade.
Yes, that's right.
Mario Kart. He was a playable character in that, and I think that's pretty much like this is kind of like the Smash Bros. Ultimate level of like everyone's here from the Mario Kart franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, who would you want? Like, I can think of 3 that I definitely want to have added to this.
Okay.
I would want to have Kirby.
Oh yeah.
I know it's not Mario, but they have Splatoon characters, they have Animal Crossing characters, they have Link. Like I would like Kirby. I would like an actual release of Samus, not just the Samus suit to the amiibo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would like courses themed around these people too, mind you. So that may be a tall ask, but I don't think completely out of the realm because they did it for Splatoon kids and they did it for Link,
right?
And they did it for the Animal Crossing villagers.
Yes, that's right.
And then the third person that I would like to have added to this would be Captain Falcon. I mean, there's no reason to not just add him. They have a course, they have a cart, they don't have him. Like
they have the
Captain
amiibo
Falcon.
stuff, but it's just like I just put him in there. Like why not?
Mm-hmm. It's not the same.
I agree. I'd love to see Diddy Kong come back, but I always felt that they withheld him because they're gonna bring back this old mother here. But I don't know. I would like to see Kirby. I would like to see Star Fox. Actually, I think that would work. You could use the Land Cruiser. You know what I mean? Like you could. There's ways you can make that work, but we'll see.
Star Fox course would be cool.
I think it's realistic that they add new characters rather than legacy stuff. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get? We know we're getting new characters, but do we? Is there a chance we might get an extra cart? Because we have we have 2 more waves, right?
I don't know that we know we're getting new characters because Nintendo is known to do this kind of stuff. Because in Mario Maker 2, they said additional styles, and the only plural additional styles they added was Super Mario 3D World. It says styles. In Mario Maker 2, you only have 1 additional styles.
Gotcha.
Typical Nintendo.
So,
all right.
I don't know, but I hope, and I agree with you though. I think they should add in carts to match the theme of that character. 'Cause
like
they did it for the Squid Kids, they did it for Link, they did it for the freaking Animal Crossing characters.
That's what I'm saying, man. Give us if we're getting characters, we already have a new Yoshi's Island course. It is everybody's favorite across the internet. Why not give us a couple more extra and throw a cart or 2?
Yep. Absolutely.
It's topped my favorite course, which was Cloud Top Cruise for a long time, and Wario Mountain. I mean, the Yoshi's Island course is my favorite course in that game.
Same. Big same.
Speaking of islands, let's talk about a game that takes place on an island. Chrono Cross Radical Dreams Edition. This is one that I've covered personally over the last few weeks. I like this game. I don't love it, but I like it. The weird sequel to Chrono Trigger that's not really a sequel, but it is. Anyway, that's a whole other dissertation. I thought this was interesting because Square Enix remastered Chrono Cross due to preservation fears. So, of course, it was on the PS3, like the Game Archive service that they had. But PlayStation 4 was on the market, and they didn't know if PS4 was going to have access to a Game Archive service. So it looked like Chrono Cross was going to become unplayable. So essentially, they revamped the game because it was going to be lost to time if it just didn't get ported to a next gen, or it wasn't going to be like backwards compatible thanks to Sony's hardware and stuff. So they did that this way. I just find that really interesting. I feel like more developers should do that. And plus, like the Chrono Cross comes with the Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers, which is meant to be like the prequel to Chrono Cross. So it sets up the events of Cross. It was a game that was only available on like the Satellaview for a very, very brief time back in the mid 90s. So it's a game that most people haven't even played. So they translated it and now you can play that. So it sets up some of the story events. So there goes a very loud card there. I think it's a cool game, and I'm glad that they brought this preservationist mentality to the table here. So that being said, it's like, you know, that kind of opens the door. What other games could we see because they're just simply inaccessible? Me, I love Xenogears. I don't know like how much you guys have played with KB. You kind of started it.
I started it.
But there's a lot of games now that if some of these producers are coming out and saying we did this out of necessity, well, it's like, okay, well, what's next then?
I think it'd be cool. I mean, I almost wonder if that's some of the. Well, I wouldn't fully step into that, but I think that's almost some of the truth with the Tales of Symphonia stuff too. Like that game is, I mean, it's just a port, but I think it's a lot of the pressure to just put this out there. Back in Kaitos getting a remake too, like or remaster, whatever that may be. Like, I think they're just wanting to hold on to some of that and preserve it a little bit more, and also probably make people who would do it the honest way and buy the game from the developer.
Yeah, definitely.
Stop pirating it.
Well,
So,
I mean, like you said, Tales of Symphonia, apparently that port on Switch is just absolute dog's breakfast. So, like,
it's garbage.
It's
garbage.
Well, because when I got my Steam Deck, I was getting all hyped, and KB was talking about Tales of Symphonia or something like that. So I picked it up for like $3, and that runs fine. It's
the first game I bought for my Steam Deck whenever I got it.
Yeah, we were gonna.
Everything else I already had in my library. I was like, let's buy that.
All three of us were gonna do like some sort of something on it. But anyway, yeah, there you go. I just thought that was really interesting.
Absolutely.
Hey, you want to talk about something interesting?
Oh yeah.
Oh baby. So we're all aware that the Activision acquisition Microsoft is trying to pull off just keeps getting derailed further and further. Well, Jim Ryan, he's Sony's. But is he Sony? Is he Sony's
He's the
CEO?
Yeah, like he's the main dude, the head dude.
God, okay. Well, Mr. Ryan said, and they quoted him here, "I don't want a new Call of Duty deal. I just want to block your merger." According to Activision executive Lulu Cheng Survey. Oh, geez, sorry. The comment was made on February 21st, the day behind closed doors meetings were held with the EU. Now, Microsoft has been in Europe trying to get them to be on their side, trying to do anything they can to let this happen. And one of those deals is with Nintendo saying, hey, we're going to put Activision games on your hardware. You will have full access to those. No problem. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, we got you. It's fine. And Jim Ryan is just being the crying toddler in the room, man. He does not want to go through. I mean, there was another quote that I saw. It was Jim Ryan talking about how he's afraid Microsoft, if they do acquire, if this acquisition goes through and they do acquire it, he's worried that they're going to put a buggier version of the Activision games on PlayStation. So people, well, you know, it'll devalue their brand and their consumers will lose hope in Sony. And I feel like if they haven't already done that,
you know what I think would be extra funny. I just now thought about this. Let's say the deal doesn't go through. Let's say Activision, maybe it doesn't get snatched up by Microsoft, but you know what? They don't care. They liked how they were treated with Microsoft. They want to work more with Microsoft, and they say, you know what? We're just going to give you the exclusive rights to Call of Duty. Anyway, without you having to buy us, we'll publish on your platform. We'll publish on Nintendo's platform. We'll actually put it out on Steam. Screw Sony, and then Sony's screwed anyway.
That's what I would do.
I would absolutely do that. Like, just at this point, with the amount of just like, and I'm not a Sony hater by any means. KB might be, not me. Not me.
I'm a mild Sony hater. Sony hater.
There's a part of this, like, sitting in a corner pouting that I just cannot stomach, and it's Jim Ryan's fault.
But I mean, if you look at it this way, from my eyes, Jim Ryan is only doing what the fan base has done for years, sitting there stomping their feet, crying because they can't get their way. So I mean,
hold on. I'm not trying to offend 6'6" JD out here. So
he'll be fine. But no, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of funny to see a CEO saying, I just don't want your deal to go through, so I'm going to say whatever I can to make it not happen.
is as spiteful as it can possibly be.
What kind of business is that, dude? I mean, that right there. If I was a company trying to work with Sony, I'd be like, I don't know if I want to be their exclusive, because if I want to go branch out and make more money, they're gonna complain.
Childish.
So I don't know. Yeah, very childish.
But there was some good news to kind of balance off of that. Have you guys played Dead Cells at all? Have you played that?
I played the original release.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I did the original release.
So Konami acknowledges excitement and enthusiasm for more Castlevania amid Dead Cells DLC launch. So Dead Cells is essentially, if you want to put it in as most plain, simple terms as possible, it is a Castlevania ripoff, or inspired by, very, very heavily inspired by. So there was there was a point in time where Castlevania was just kind of like this cool little dungeon crawling RPG side scrolling thing, but then when Symphony of the Night came out, it became what's called a Metroidvania game. So it blends the elements of the Metroid gameplay with the style and the elements of Castlevania to form something really cool and unique. So that's like, if you look up Metroidvania, that's an actual, like, genre, I suppose, of games. The Dead Cells is very much in that vein, and of course they got partnership and license to do a Castlevania crossover, and to no surprise, Konami is just like, oh, people like Castlevania, really? Like only one of the most celebrated series of all time. Like I can't remember what the dude's name is, Keiji Inafune or whatever, or if that's
I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's Keiji Inafune.
Yeah, the Castlevania daddy. It's so cool to see Simon Belmont and Richter Belmont as well. Like, I don't know if you can play as them in the game, but like, this makes me want to play this Dead Cells thing. And
you can get skins for them that they drop, and you get like blueprints. The only reason I know that, because I haven't played this myself, Super Nintendo was playing it on his Twitch channel the other day, and I was able to catch a good portion of it.
Nice.
It was super cool.
It looks really great. But IGN gave this a 10 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive. IGN notoriously hates video games.
Yes, for real though.
I got to be honest though, like this like watching the gameplay of this has got me super interested. But
same.
I think here's the thing, and I don't want Konami to get this mixed up by any means. I think Castlevania could make a comeback if done well and if done right. But I think some of the broad appeal here is that Dead Cells had a pretty wide install base. So it had a very wide install base. But I also know that this DLC was just $10. Like,
great value.
It's $10. Does that necessarily equal that many people are going to be very interested in Castlevania? Maybe. I'm very interested in Castlevania. It is very up my alley. And I think with games like Hollow Knight, with games like Dead Cells, I think that could spur into that. But there's a pretty wide audience gap, and that game can be very polarizing. It's either a very good game or it's too hard for you to play.
Absolutely. It all depends on the one that you start with. And like, even Symphony of the Night, that can be punishing. That can be really punishing. Some of the older Castlevanias are okay. Like I have Super Castlevania 4 over there. That one's okay. That one's not super hard. But I'm just excited. And by the way, I was standing corrected here by 66JD. It was Koji Igarashi. That's Igarashi. Inafune is the Mega Man dude. But that being said, I think it's great. I think it's so cool that people are interested in Castlevania. So hopefully something comes of it. But Konami is just dumb as hell. I'm sorry. They're just worried about their pachinko machines. They don't care about what anybody else is doing.
Oh, I mean, they closed down their arcade cabinets. They closed down their arcades. They closed down Hideo Kojima.
So what else are we gonna do?
They got nothing left.
No, I'm excited. I want to try it out for $10. It's well worth it, I think, and it's endless fun. It's roguelike. It's procedurally generated. You can't go wrong with $10 in an endless game. Speaking of things though that we are taking old and making new, or taking new and making old, we have a new article from our friends over at harddrive.net. there is a breathtaking AI reimagining of a movie made in 1995 as a movie made in 1994. There are a couple of key quotes from this article that are here that I definitely want to read. The AI enthusiast Ted Reeves, who entered the prompt into Midjourney, is quoted as saying, "It's truly a marvel what we can achieve with technology these days. Take this for example," and you guys can scroll up here and see what the reimagining looks like here. Take this for example. See the car Denzel Washington is driving in his first shot? That's a brand new Honda Civic, right? Wrong. It's the 1994 model, Virtuosity. Made in 1995. This car wasn't even current when the film was made. Do you understand the magnitude of that? Going down a little bit further, though, the leading man and co-star of the film, Russell Crowe, says, "I can't really get my mind around this but I'll be damned if I'm not intrigued." There was just a little bit more information that was thrown into this, though. At press time, Reeves briefly teased an even more absurd AI reimagining project, and this is the one that sparked my interest, and I hope you guys are excited for it as well. An alternate timeline done by an AI where Super Mario Bros. Is adapted into a gritty sci-fi action movie in the early 1990s.
Interesting.
Dude, I am all for them taking liberties with the properties. I'm not, it doesn't seem like the new Super Mario Brothers movie that's getting ready to come out is all that imaginative or all that different. And if they would do something that's live action, maybe with that sci-fi gritty future dystopia aesthetic, I think we'd get super stoked.
Could you imagine seeing Yoshi like just as like a real dinosaur? Like, I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know.
I don't know if they can achieve that. Not since Jurassic Park, when they sent filmmakers back in time to 65 million years ago. Like, could they? They'd have to go back and bring one back to the future. I'd really like if they'd revive Bob Hoskins and then also revive John Leguizamo's career, and maybe put them in the movie.
You almost cut me there.
That's a big ask, man. Big ask.
We can revive Bob Hoskins, but John Leguizamo's career, I don't know if we can do that.
It's one or the other, man. What you gotta pick just one.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
All right. That being said, we've got the ultimate Mario game tier list just after these words.
Listen, from classic 2D platformers like Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, revolutionary 3D adventures like Super Mario 64 and Odyssey. Today on the show, we're going to be exploring what makes each game special and discuss their strengths and weaknesses as we give the official, and I've got to stress this, guys, the official ranking from the BOC, as a parentheses, as an asterisk, but it's the whole reason you guys clicked on this notification when you guys came back. You knew what we were doing, and it's Mario month, and it's Mario Day was just yesterday. I'm stoked. You're stoked. Everyone's stoked. Eric's stoked. He wrote the show. Let's go.
I wrote the show. Let's go. So we're ranking every Mario game today. So buckle up, get some popcorn, get a bevy.
My God,
and let's just
there's so many here.
I know there's a ton.
Can I just really preempt this and say I don't want to be handing out S tiers like we're handing out Halloween candy. Like, I want to be real. So
you want it to be like the video game, the console ranking, very, very critical.
Yeah, very critical.
Okay. Pixar in and of itself, if you were to take Pixar movies, they're all S tier movies. But if you rank Pixar against itself, they're not all S tier movies.
Absolutely,
they can't be within its own wheelhouse and in its own development. And in the same way, I'd agree with you. Like, these all can't be S tier. Just imagine all of these are S tier, and we're looking for the S tier of S tier.
Absolutely.
Not all of these are S tier, though, I'll be honest. There's some stinkers in here, man. Like, it is bad.
Yep. All right. So should we just go in order of what we're seeing here?
We can.
Okay.
I'm down for that. I think that's a safe bet.
Okay. So this one, hang on, I might have to actually zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better as well.
Hold on, while you're zooming in, Bullfrog says the last dinosaur isn't S tier in our live chat. And let me tell you, sir, that movie made me cry.
That's a good one.
The Last Dinosaur?
With Arlo, the green dinosaur.
Yeah.
I
Made me
cried.
cry.
I thought that was the good dinosaur. I didn't know it was called the last dinosaur.
the good
Oh
dinosaur.
wait, it is the good dinosaur. You're right. It is the good dinosaur, but the plot is the same. It's Arlo. He's tiny and he's green. He's cute. It made me cry.
I can't handle that.
Yeah.
See, when they throw kids into the mix, losing their parents, I'm done.
Well, I mean, having been a kid who lost his parent, anytime I see that in a movie, I just turn into a blubbering.
Big old puddle.
Yep.
Big old puddle.
KB, that makes me want to go over there and give you a hug. I'm sorry to hear it. I'm sorry to say
Come on, give me a hug, man. I mean, if I gotta wait for you to give me a hug, I might get more gray hair than I already got.
You don't deserve it. Let's rank some of these games. All right. So first up, we've got original Mario Brothers. Is that what that is? Yeah. Okay. So the Mario Brothers
the
arcade
version. KB, what's your take on it? Because I'll tell you mine, but I want to hear yours.
I feel like I kind of like the B. I do like the B. It was good. It got Nintendo the foothold they needed to do their things, but it's not.
Should we judge it by how it was at the time, or should we judge it by how it is now?
I kind of want to judge it by how it is now. Like, I don't want it to be tainted by nostalgia glasses. I think if we're gonna rank them against every other game, in the realistic standpoint, like, I think it's only fair to like look at it now.
Let's give it a C. It's basic. It's basic.
I could do it. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a game.
It is very basic. It is repetitive. There's not a whole lot of content there. It's fun for a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be upset playing it, but it's C. Okay. It's C too.
Next up is Mario Clash, straight into D tier.
What?
What is that? What is Mario Clash?
That's the Virtual Boy one.
Oh, I've never played that one.
I would argue that's on. Look, it is the same thing, except it is kind of a vertical shoot 'em up and red. It is the same thing. We can't just put it in D tier because it's red.
Okay,
like, C tier. That's look. It is. You get it. You get a shell. It uses 3D. It was a new technology at the time. It's still a cool technology now. Even using one now, even though you can only use it for 5 minutes. But I mean, I can only play the original Mario Bros. Arcade for 5 minutes. Like, I think it's
on par.
Good.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Original Mario Brothers, NES Mario Brothers. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna place that A.
I
would have went with C.
I would have said B. So
it's Mario. It's Mario. It's Mario. It's not anything crazy.
Again, not wanting to taint it with nostalgia glasses. It is the father of platformers.
Yes.
It defined what platformers would look like going forward. It is a very challenging game. The problem that I have with it is that it's clunky to play compared to the other Mario games in this franchise.
See?
It's really clunky. No, hold on.
Hold on.
No. It's more fun than some of the later options that we'll probably want to put in C.
Yes.
It's better than Mario Arcade. I will say that much.
Definitely.
Like, there's actually a story and content here.
I like that you can play this a couple different ways. You can play it like World 1 through 8. You can do your warp pipes and all that stuff. And like, this is a really great game if you want to get into speed running, that you can try speed running and like going through it really quick without doing any like different cheats or anything like that. So I think it's cool.
It is a good practice game, good warm-up game to enter you into that realm.
Mario Brothers Lost Levels. Personally, I give that one a C.
That's B for me, man. That's
really
B tier.
What, you like that one better than Mario Bros. The original?
They were the Lost Levels. They were the original, like, hey, these are significantly harder. Enjoy. Like, to me, that's the start of Kaizo.
It is the start of Kaizo.
I'd give that B. Yeah. I'd give it a B. It started a whole thing. Yeah,
I mean, look, I will give you that one. Like, it is. It plays the same as Super Mario Bros. It is essentially the same game, just harder. I like a good hard game. I'll give you that one. I don't like that game, but I'll give it to you.
All right. Mario Brothers 2. The actual, not the non-genuine Mario 2, the Doki Doki Panic reskin.
The American Mario Brothers 2.
What do you think? This one's tough.
It's going to be polarizing because it is not like the rest of the canon in some ways.
Yeah.
It is a reskin of an old game. Oh, new fact for all of you guys out there that didn't know, it's Doki Doki Panic. Are you surprised, guys? Yeah. But I will tell you, I feel like it's an A tier game.
Really?
You've got so much, and here's why.
B,
grading it against the rest of the franchise, it is variety with character choice. One of the few times you get variety with character choice. They each have like their own abilities. There are some significantly cool warps. The soundtrack in that game is probably one of the best soundtracks in all of Mario.
It is good.
All the way across the board. I like the introduction of a boss that is not Bowser, so it's not repetitive. It is a totally different experience with Wart. I mean, I think that one's A tier, and it controls really well and smoothly. It is not clunky like Super Mario Bros. 1 by any means. It kind of iterated on Super Mario Bros. 1 and kind of gravitated toward what we would see in Super Mario Bros. 3 with the movement.
Okay.
I think it's a good game.
We'll allow that. 2 is such a funny one for me. Like
it is fun to play.
I played it as a kid. Like we bought an NES on eBay back in the early 2000s, and I played that. It's such a weird. It's so vastly different from. Yeah.
It's memorable. You don't forget that one in the canon here.
Mario 3 S tier, no arguments.
Yes, I don't have to argue that. That's my favorite Mario.
I will take no further comments. Super Mario Land is okay.
I'd give it a C.
You give it a C?
Yeah, I like that one. I really like that one.
I'd give it a C as well.
Top 5.
Okay. See, it is. I like that one a lot. It's very fast,
but
it's not innovative, and it feels weird. It's like that Super Mario Bros. 2 weirdness.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't really like the Game Boy Mario games just because they have this weird. Like somebody else designed them. They have a weird vibe to them.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I agree. I like some of that. Like I like some of that. Like it's like a Link's Awakening. Somebody else designed that. Like it was done without Nintendo's supervision. Like to do Link's Awakening. That was one of my favorite Legend of Zeldas. But I agree with you. It still feels like Zelda, unlike the land games.
Super Mario World is S tier.
Yep, that's my favorite Mario. Top number 1 spot there.
Do you agree, Cardi? Or you're
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. It's not my favorite. It's in my top 3.
Mario Land 2, I'm going to put that C tier because it's the same kind of vibe.
Yeah. Oh, but here's the thing.
I know.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
they changed the graphics. They made it look just like Mario. They did this like world map thing. That they did it a lot like Mario World because it released around the same time, and it has the most OP, probably best power up in the entire franchise, which is the bunny ears, where you can fly forever.
Yeah.
It was the introduction of Wario into canon too, so like it's
all right. Okay,
cool.
It did a little bit more for the series than Super Mario Land.
Yeah, it's not A level, but it's not C.
Yeah. Mario All Stars,
C.
That's fine. Ooh. Like it's not doing anything. Like it's just a repeat, and then you get lost levels.
Yeah. It's a upscale. I'm not going to argue anymore, though. I'll leave this one up to you guys. You guys both agree it's C. It's majority vote. I'm out.
All right. So Mario Party DS, I don't really care.
Yeah, put that in D. Put that in F tier.
Mario Party.
That one isn't good anyway because you can't do multiplayer. What is a Mario Party without being able to play with other people?
Yes, that's correct. Mario Party 9, I don't care.
Yeah, D.
Objectively bad.
Okay.
and objectively bad in the Mario Party franchise.
This next one here, Mario Party 3DS, that one was bad. I don't know what that one is, but I know the art. That one.
Yep.
Mario Party 10 for the Wii U. Like a lot of these Mario parties were garbage.
I liked 10. 10 was fun, but I would agree with you.
Mario Party Star Rush, same thing. It was like they're just shoveling Mario Party games at you for a long time. This is what Mario Party was.
Shovelware.
Top 100 was everything that Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars wanted to be. Except, again, you can't really play it with friends. It's just a bunch of single-player missions. Like, what is a Mario Party?
Functionality is not there. Super Mario Party is it's just at that D tier. You know what I mean? It's just...
Yep.
Yeah. NES Open.
B tier.
You think so?
B. It's Mario. It's the first Mario Golf, man.
But it's a bad Mario Golf.
It is.
What happens when we get to Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color? Are you going to put that at B tier or below it? Because you're going to be wrong. Okay. We can't hand out S tiers like candy. Hold on. Let's look at this objectively.
What do you mean? It's Mario Golf Game Boy Color.
But the problem is it's not. Mario's not really included in this game. He's on the cover art, but he's not in the game really.
He's doing commentary. You know what I mean? He's the unseen character.
Yeah. Well, let's put Punch Out on here. My God. What are we doing
I'm going to give this. I'm gonna putting that in C tier. Sorry.
Yeah, I would agree with C though. For real. For real.
C
Mario 64 Golf. That one's okay. It's not.
it's extra hard.
It's really hard. It's not the easiest game. I'm gonna give it a C.
Okay,
You guys
I'll agree with that. I won't fight that.
Mario Golf Game Boy Color. I'm gonna
S tier.
No, not that one. Not that one.
No.
Not that one.
B.
I agree with that take.
Mm-hmm.
What is really cool about Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color compared to Mario Golf for the 64 is the transfer pack functionality where you could bring in characters into Mario Golf, and they hadn't really gained their footing in what they were wanting to do with that franchise just yet.
Yes,
we'll get there. We'll get there where we will agree.
Yoshi's Island.
F tier. Just kidding. No, I would seriously put Yoshi's Island in A. If I could put it somewhere, I'd put it in A.
I want to just throw it up in S tier. Like that's where I'm at personally.
Me too. That game is long. There's a lot of variety. There's a lot of collectibles. The art style is amazing. I would again, if you want to talk about soundtracks, it's up there with Super Mario Bros. 2 with soundtracks. It utilized a chip that made the game look absolutely insane when you touch fuzzy and you get dizzy.
Yes.
I like the filters that they did with the parallax effect during the final boss fight. Like I think it's an S tier game, dude. Like it's S tier. It's beautiful.
Never played it, so that's why I have no.
All right, KB.
Oh, get him out of here.
All right, so if Cody's S tier, KB is like F. Let's bridge it at A.
Okay.
I think it's
All right.
I think it's A plus.
Yeah, it's the upper echelon of A.
Okay. All right.
Can we really call it a Mario game though? I mean, it's really a Yoshi game. That's why it gets A.
That's the other thing. Like you protect. This cricket outside is still going, man. This cricket is just going off.
I thought that was my house, and I didn't know it was you.
Here, let me turn my noise gate off. You hear it? He's going crazy out there.
Quiet. He got quiet when you turned your noise gate off.
He's shy.
Mario Golf for GameCube.
That was a good one.
I gotta be honest, I never played that one.
I never played it, so KB, you give me the definitive.
I mean, from what I remember playing it, you have more options, more player control than the 64 version.
It has to be a step up from the 64
If I remember right, the 64 version, your character never really ran around the golf course. You kind of just like happened up to the.
None of them really did until the latest one, did they?
GameCube had it. That's what I like about it. GameCube had. You
like
you
during
had
the game or
not
like
during
in between
the game, but you had a little more. You had a little more movement than 64. You couldn't run around the whole course, but.
Oh man. Okay.
So let's give it a. Should we give? What do you think? A B?
I'd put it in B. I'd put it in B.
Okay. Mario Golf for the Game Boy Advance, probably more of the same, I suppose. I mean, I don't know.
That one kind of reminds me of Golf Story. So yeah, I'd do it. I'd do A.
Okay.
Hey, it's Camelot. They did a story. It is. I argue every single day. It is a JRPG. No one wants to believe me.
I agree.
It really is.
I'm 100% in agreement.
It's good. It's
Mario
good.
Golf World Tour. I've personally played that. I'd give it a B. I enjoyed it, but it's really just surface level. Like there's not a whole lot of depth to it. It's just portable golf with Mario skin.
I didn't play that one.
I didn't either.
Mario's Tennis on Virtual Boy. This one's.
I think it is a C tier.
It's clunky.
I think it's a C tier. I don't think it's a D tier. It was the packing game for the Virtual Boy.
Yes.
It's a good experience from the standpoint of it's very forgiving as a tennis game for those old times. And I think it really kind of set the standard for what Mario Tennis was going to look like in the future, where it's going to be very arcadey anyway. Like I don't think it's D tier, but it's no higher than C for me.
Great. Mario Tennis on the 64 is really good. Here, I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to put Mario Tennis for 64 and B, Mario Tennis Game Boy Color A.
I didn't play the Game Boy Color one, but I did play the 64 one, and I agree with your B assessment.
I played the heck out of Mario Tennis on the original Game Boy Color. It is really good. It's addictive. And what it does right, it does right. Mario Tennis on 64 is okay. It's fun. I like the different mini games that they have in there as well. So because you do have your matches, and then you can also do like your training with like the brick wall or with or whatever. So it's cool. That's cool.
I can get behind that.
Mario Tennis for GameCube.
See, I skipped a lot of the tennis games. And I like tennis. I just wasn't. My money was spent elsewhere in the Mario franchise compared to the tennis games. So
let's just there's the tennis for GameCube, Game Boy Advance, 3DS, and then Wii U. I don't know about any of those, so I'm just gonna put those C tier. All right, if you're happy to.
We'll default them C tier. I'm fine with that. Okay. I think that gives them the fair average shake.
Yes.
Although I will say, I did play a bit of Ultra Smash for the Wii U, and it was hot garbage. It was not good from a content standpoint.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember there was a lot of controversy about that when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like that was 5 minutes ago. Super Mario Brothers DS. This is a good one.
It's a good one.
I was gonna put it in A.
The argument that I make for New Super Mario Bros. DS is the fact that it is a very, very, very short experience for what should have been an expanded game with the hardware that we had.
I agree.
So I think it's a B level Mario platformer. But I that doesn't mean it's not a good game, chat. It is still a good game. But I think it's B.
Yeah. Mario Tennis Aces.
I like that one, but I don't love it, and I would say it's probably B level as well.
Okay.
They had a
C, man.
They had a good storyline in that one. The challenge mode in it was really, really solid. Mm-hmm. Out of the Switch sports games, it and golf are the only two that are really in the Mario stuff. It and golf are the only two that are like actually kind of fleshed out. Yep. I liked Aces. Aces was fun and it was challenging.
Mm. Mario Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. It's just DDR with Mario songs. So there's like
doesn't innovate.
D.
Doesn't innovate.
D for dance.
You get a Mario like a Mario icon that's like dancing on the screen at times, like the animations. I can't. I didn't want to have my being bad at dancing also equate to where I thought I was going to rank this one. So,
I mean, I understand. Mario Striker series. We have a couple of GameCube ones. Oh, sorry, Mario
Sluggers.
Baseball and Slugger. Sorry, yep.
Superstar Baseball. I didn't know it was called that.
Superstar Baseball.
How can you even read that?
I'm really zoomed in on my own monitor.
Oh, okay. I haven't played it. I do like baseball games, but what do you think?
They tried to go very... because I remember getting Nintendo Power, and I was really excited about this one because I got Nintendo Power during the GameCube era. That's when I had it. And I was really excited for this one because like I was also a baseball player at the time. And I was freaking stoked on the Sandlot aspect of it because it wasn't like these grand stadiums. It was like just some friends going to go throw a ball and hit some balls. You know, it was kind of fun from that standpoint. I think for the Mario sports games, the GameCube era is the like golden era for Mario sports games in a lot of ways.
Okay.
But I think it's an average Mario game. It's an average baseball game.
C.
You know, like C. Yeah.
Same thing for the Wii, I suppose.
Wii was a little bit better, but same thing. Yeah.
Where did it go? That disappeared.
Oh, you moved your C. You moved your C down. There you go.
We're good. All right, so Super Mario Strikers. You guys are probably more up to that one than I am.
I loved Strikers on GameCube. It was really good.
I think that one's easily B right there with Mario Tennis Aces. That game's fun.
What is this one? It's Mario Strikers
Charged
for the Wii.
Yep. I would put that one kind of in the same area. I think it's a B. They finally came into their own on that art style and really hit it home with special moves, a couple of different things. They minimized some of because like the old stadiums that you would be playing in Mario Super Mario Strikers were massive for the amount of people that you were controlling on the field.
Yeah.
That one, they minimized the field just slightly, and it gave it a better feel, but I think it's on the same level.
Okay. Mario Hoops 3-on-3. I haven't played it, so I can't speak to that.
I never played it either.
It's bad.
D.
It's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad. It's arguably really bad. Like if we get to if it's in here, the one that was on GameCube was way better. 3-on-3 hoops. It probably won't be in here, but it was like they released 3-on-3 hoops
that one was
on
good.
different consoles. But Nintendo had Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach added into 3-on-3 hoops for the Nintendo release.
Was that NBA Street with Mario characters? Was that what that was? I don't know.
NBA Hoops 3-on-3.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Sonic and Mario at the Olympics. This is a weird one. I personally feel that the first one for the Wii, there was the Beijing Olympics 2008. I feel like that one is probably a high C, and the other ones are D.
Yeah, I agree with that one. That's not even a hot take by any means. Like those games are so bad, and they still keep making them.
Wow,
I'm like,
nobody
why?
asked for those.
They sell, man.
They sell, but God, and the only reason they sell is because it's uneducated parents out there buying their kids. Well, I don't know which one he likes more, Mario or Sonic. Here's this video game. Like, just stop.
For real though.
Like,
Super Mario Brothers Wii. Now this one's a bit tricky. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I played through that one a lot. It's not S tier, but it's definitely A tier. I feel like
it's
definitely better than Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, Land. It's a good Mario game.
Mario Sports Mix for the Wii. I'm just gonna give that a D. Like it's just.
Yep, it's all the sports. And I think the one that comes right after that, the Mario Sports Superstar, that was a ploy to sell the Mario Sports amiibo cards. That's all it was for.
It was. It was D tier. The next one, Super Mario Run. Super Mario Run is an interesting one because it was cool. It was cool when that came out in 2017, but it's a really like flash in the pan game. There's really not much substance to it.
No, I used it to grind out platinum coins whenever I needed stuff on it. I talk about that in Fire Emblem Heroes. I did both of those games. I paid the $10 for the extra courses that they did on there. And when I compare it to like how much I paid for all these other Mario games compared to that one, like, I mean, $10 versus 60 every single other time. Like, I got my value out of it. It was very, until you got the hang of it, it was very difficult to play. So I feel like it suffers from some of that same Mario Bros, Mario Lost Levels, but at the same time, arcade problem, where there's not really a whole lot of substance there, and it's clunky.
I say C.
C, I'm fine with C.
Dr. Mario World, I think that's the iOS one.
I like that one.
Now defunct. The late Dr. Mario.
That was a good one, dude. I used to play that all the time when I was back at the office.
I didn't touch that one. I didn't even know it was a thing until they were shutting it down. And then I was like, well, they're shutting it down. I'm not going to download it now.
It was good. It was good. I'd give it a C all day.
Okay.
I don't know. Would you give a doctor a C who got shut down for malpractice? That's what I'm arguing happened to him.
I mean it's all right. He'll be all right. He'll go to Mexico and then,
start practicing it.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Tour. This is an interesting one. Like I remember when they announced Mario Kart Tour, like Mario Kart for the iOS or just phones, and then you just had to use your thumb to steer. I always found it really clunky.
Yeah.
Eventually, I did get the hang of it, like doing drifting and stuff. But then, like they made you really overpay for character packs. Real expensive character packs. So, like, I feel like that game was a cash grab, personally. So I'm gonna say C.
Oh, that's higher than I put it.
Yeah,
right,
I put it in D.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Mario Kart Tour, they did the Super Mario 35th anniversary thing, right? So in Super Mario 35th anniversary, they had these like 2 sets of pins that they were releasing that had all the pins from that they had redone for like this really cool box set. I've got 2 sets of those.
Same.
When one of the missions that you had to do was grind out a specific cup in Mario Kart Tour, I hadn't really played much of it because I picked it up once and I was like, this is garbage. But when they forced me to do that to be able to get this thing that was exclusive, I was like, no, screw this game. I hate it. So the courses, I think they've added a lot of value to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
I really love the Tour courses. I hate the Tour gameplay.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. I don't consider it a mainline Mario Kart installment.
No.
New Super Mario Brothers for the 3DS. That one I really liked.
Really?
I thought it was fun.
How much did you really like it?
I liked it.
On a ranking from D to S.
B. I liked it B.
You liked it B?
I thought it was
I'll agree
fun.
with B.
I thought it was fun.
I'll agree with B.
There's a lot of coins.
The thing about that's the thing about it is like you never. Some of the challenge of those types of Mario games is the fear of game overing,
True,
and you never have that fear. Like there's no, it's easy mode. Who cares if I die? Blah blah blah. Like, it's fine. I'm just gonna blah blah blah. I don't know why I went Dracula there, but anyway, like it's just it is an okay Mario game. The platforming action's really good. I think they nailed the aesthetic at this point because it was the second to last or the last. I can't quite remember in chronological release order which one came first, either it or New Super Mario Bros. U. But it's an okay game.
It's fine. So speaking of Super Mario Brothers U, that one's okay.
You don't like it as much as the Wii version?
I don't think that I do.
Okay. Tell me why.
I just like, okay, so it's very because you have the world map. I feel like it just never hooked me personally. Like I've played it, but I felt like I had to force myself to play because that particular Mario formula had been going for a little while, and I just felt that once we hit Super Mario Bros. U, it was just a little bit stale. That's just me personally.
The biggest problem I've had with the new set of the franchise is the fact that it was the gentrification of Mario in all ways. Like it just like removed all personality from that franchise for a while there. But I think from the perspective, I haven't played that one near as much as I played New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii because by the time I bought that one, I was moved out. I wasn't living with my parents. Like I didn't have anyone to play it with other than Mrs. Nerd, and she hated platformers. So like it was like. But you know, that being said, good old Cortheed, I love you, by the way. I know you're watching, but you know, I think it had some pretty good boss fights. I like the boss fight that's at the end of that one compared to the one that is in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where it's not just an escape sequence, a la Metroid. It is an actual fight with a Gigantamax version of Bowser.
That's right.
They introduced the squirrel suit, which I think is better than the propeller suit in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And they had this huge variation on the types of Yoshis you could pick up. Like you had a glow Yoshi, you had a balloon Yoshi, and they had a lot more gimmicks. So I like that one on par with New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
You think it's an A tier game?
I think it's an A tier game. I would argue that one's A tier.
All right. KB, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. It's A.
Okay.
I mean, it's Mario. It's platforming Mario.
Now, what about Super Luigi U?
I'd put it.
Have you guys played it?
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah,
it's the same game except you play as Luigi or Nabbit, and it's like you've got 100 seconds to beat a level in each thing. Like as a speedrunner, I like that game from that sense. As a casual Mario enjoyer, that game is garbage comparatively. So wherever you guys want to put it, I'm down for it, as long as it's not up in A.
Now, this is a game that I have to say that I don't like. I like the premise, but I'm not. I don't have a creative enough brain to like actually build the courses.
You don't have to all the time. I know that's in the name.
I know.
Yeah, you could just play Mario. It's endless Mario, man.
I know. Most of the courses are either like sexual content.
Or
they're real hard. See,
you haven't played mine.
See, I played back in the day on the Wii U, like when it first launched, and it was all wieners.
It was all wieners.
But Nintendo got really good about being able to do AI art detection and go, this is a wiener. We can't let this go through, and like removing it. Here's the thing.
Give it to me.
What they did with the gamepad and making that game where it's the first time, and again, we're not trying to tint it by nostalgia glasses, and it is the first time though that you were able to make your own Mario. You're legit able to make your own Mario in various different styles. But if you're not creative enough, you can go over to endless mode and you can play endless mode on easy, normal, hard, or or extreme difficulties. Those levels that are in there are such a challenge. But I would say, and here's the difference maker. I would argue that Super Mario Maker is an A tier game.
Okay.
Super Mario Maker 2, we haven't gotten there yet. Super Mario Maker 2 is a B tier game, and the reason that I'm saying this is because Super Mario Maker 2, while it had a better install base and a better community surrounding it, you didn't have the gamepad to continue making them on the gamepad. You had to take your Switch out of docked mode if you wanted to use the tablet, or you had to use a controller if you were doing it on the TV.
True.
So you couldn't make the level and test the level at the same time.
That's what I found kind of unappealing about the second one. Was like, it was convenient having the gamepad with the stylus there, and then you could just do what you needed and then play from there. But like actually having to go take that thing out of the dock, play it, and then get your level back in the dock and test it. That was I don't know.
Even Mario Maker on 3DS was
oh
good.
yeah, there you go.
So this is a special stylus that Nintendo employees only got with the release of Super Mario Maker 2. And I had a friend, I'm going to shout out Lori, but not give her last name. But Lori works for Nintendo, and she and I talk all the time. She is a making sure that people are cleaning their Nintendo kiosks person. So like that is her whole thing. But she had a whole bag of these and gave me a bunch, and I handed them out to some friends. But this stylus is not equal to the like pressure sensitivity that the Wii U gamepad had.
It's just
capacitive touch.
Better device for that. Super Mario 64.
B.
I agree.
B? Is that what we said?
Yep. That's a good game. I love it. I've got a lot of nostalgia for it, but playing it we talked about at the top of the show. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's clunky as all get out. It suffers from the same problem that Mario Bros. For the original Nintendo suffers from, and that they didn't know exactly how to create movement that was enjoyable to play with yet.
Yep. It's definitely not aged well in terms of performance. Mario Sunshine.
Put that in D tier, baby.
Oh, hold up now.
Oh no! That game sucks, dude. Mario Galaxy is way better.
Tier list. I'm over here making my own tier list on this right now.
That's what I'm doing too. I'm making my own.
I gotta be honest. That is an S tier game.
Really?
Personality. I love that game. I love that game.
That had clunky controls.
Out of all of these, it makes my top 5. It makes my top 5 out of all of the like mainline easily.
Yeah, I'm very shocked as well.
I have such a nostalgia for that game, and again, I'm not trying to get tinted by nostalgia goggles, but what they did with Mario's movement, it was the first step after the N64 Mario.
Correct.
Like, come on now. Like, the movement is smooth and fluid. Not a water joke, not a flood joke. It is smooth and fluid. The story that they set up in there, it's the introduction of Bowser Jr. It had really cool, like, flying physics that were in there. And the special sections are my favorite sections in those games because of the fact that it relied on all of your platforming skills you've developed without having the assistance of FLUDD. I would also say it was a nostalgia hit because they threw back to some of the older stuff, and so I got hit with like a lot of good memories while I was playing that game. The final point that I am going to make here, it is the most cinematic Mario besides Mario Odyssey. There are cutscenes in that game.
Yes, there are.
You don't really get cutscenes in any other Mario game.
I think the best medium for all of us is A, because I like Mario Sunshine. It's okay, but I've just never really loved it. I've never finished it. I've tried my best. It's a game that does not hook me. So
it stands for Flash Liquid Ultra Dowsing Device, by the way, in the live chat there, 66JD. Thank you, Kensleby, for that bit of trivia last night.
Now, I think we can rapid fire through these next 3 because I think we're going to all be in agreement. Or these next few. Anyway, Super Mario 64 DS. B.
Yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy.
I'm getting a stampede up above me. By the way, I'm sorry.
No, it's me. My son is just absolutely running. Super Mario Galaxy, I'm going to say A. Mario Galaxy 2 is S tier.
Okay. All right. Okay. I could agree. I could agree.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think I think it's A also. I think it's right there in line with Super Mario Galaxy 1. It's iterative. It didn't really add anything to the mix. I actually dislike the story in that game.
Really?
The story in Super Mario Galaxy 1. Yeah, I didn't mind picking up a little baby Luma and carrying him to Rosalina, but I like the fact that there was a magic and a mystique that I had in Super Mario Galaxy 1 compared to 2.
I think Mario Galaxy 2 improved on the game. Like, I love the levels better. I like the introduction of Yoshi. I will agree though, the mystique, and this is probably my nostalgia talking, but like when Mario Galaxy came out, it was at a point in my life where I really needed something. Because like I had just moved to Syracuse, like from my childhood home. Like I was in high school, I had no friends, so like I really leaned on that game when that game came out, and I really loved it, and it was amazing. Still a little bit clunky. Playing it back now, I haven't played it on the Switch, so I'd be interested to see how that goes. But
it's a similar experience. They did a really good job with the Joy-Cons, so it controls a little bit better because or at least the motion portions control better because the Joy-Cons are just better.
Super Mario 3D Land, 3DS.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah, it was good.
But it's really short. It's really short. It's 6 worlds, and it can become longer if you do the extra stuff to go rescue Luigi and then have to go with Luigi and rescue Princess Peach again. But like, it's all the same. It's just really short. It suffers from lost levels issues.
B tier, you think?
Yeah, I think B tier is fair.
Okay. Super Mario 3D World. I love that game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good. I think S tier is where that one belongs.
It is easy and casual for anyone who wants to play it, but until you get to Champion Road, Champion Road is such a grueling challenge. I tried to beat Champion Road on Mario Day the year the year after that game came out, like because it didn't come out. I was trying my best, and I could not beat it on Mario Day. I was so disappointed. I was like, I failed, and I wasn't streaming or anything. Courtney and I just gotten married, or we're close to getting married.
Mario Odyssey. I know, Cody, you're going to say S tier for this one.
I am.
I'd give it S.
Okay.
Would you not? Would you say A?
I agree. I like Mario Odyssey. I think it is a really great game. I'm really sorry about the running above me. There's nothing I can do about it.
That's fine.
It's a great game. It's a really great game. I love the varied worlds. Like the problem is, it's just like I really liked it when I played it. I ran through it, and I just haven't thought about it since. I feel like Mario 3D World was a much more memorable experience for me.
I would agree. And part of it is that like I don't do a whole lot of open world adventure games, and this was very open in terms of go anywhere within this little sandbox that you want to go to and do this thing. And it gave me this, a piece of candy, a piece of candy, a piece of candy syndrome, where it was like I couldn't focus on anything during that game. Yes. I like that game, and it's beautiful, and Mario probably controls the best he has ever controlled in any of these games ever. Like, he is smooth, like between butt stomp into a twist jump up from the butt stomp into a cap throw, a jump on the cap, and then another cap throw, and then a float down with a spin in the air. Like,
it's really good.
You have a lot of control over Mario. Yeah. And beyond that, artistically and aesthetically, they knew what they wanted to achieve with every world in that game and achieved it beautifully.
Dr. Mario on the NES.
I'd give it a C.
It's fine. It's just like Tetris.
It's like Tetris, not Tetris. Yeah, I mean, it's like Tetris, not Tetris. It's a fine time. I don't hate it. I don't cry about it.
Tetris and Dr. Mario on SNES. I've never played it, so I can't.
I think this didn't really have a different gameplay. I think it was just more Dr. Mario or Tetris. Like you could pick a mode. It was like Puyo Puyo Tetris, where until they started doing like mashup levels. But even then, like it was,
Dr. Mario 64, probably same thing. I mean, it's just it's iterative.
Just more Dr. Mario.
I cannot see what this one is on my screen.
It's a Japanese GameCube game that is Nintendo. I can't. Panel de Pon. With Mario people, and Panel de Pon is really good in general. But I don't know how the Mario one is because I didn't play this one. That's a Japanese only release.
Okay, so we'll put that in D because we don't know. Dr. Mario something GBA. I don't
Puzzle
like
League.
It's just all the same to me. Like there's nothing appealing. Like I'm just
passable.
Okay, this next one. This is a Wario game by the looks.
This looks like
is this all
Wario's
like
Woods?
Picross?
This is not Picross, is it? This is Mario and Wario. Did they do a Mario Wario Picross?
I can barely see it.
Mario,
I can't
I'm
tell.
looking it up. Did they do a Mario Wario Picross? No, they did not. So this is. I'm just going to type in Mario Wario Japanese game. And see what the first search result is.
It's on Super Famicom.
What was it? It was Mario and Wario. It was a game with Mario. Oh wait, I know what this one is. I've seen it. So it was part of. I wouldn't call it the edutainment series, but I think it debuted on.
Oh yes, that's right.
Like
That's like a puzzle
so the
game.
Bucket. And a cameo. Yeah, it's a puzzle game. Canceled due to poor sales of the SNES mouse games that weren't paint.
Okay.
So.
All right. We'll stick it in C.
Probably not bad. Probably not good. Like.
Now the Picross games, I think the next few are Picross.
I love those games.
I've never
played them.
They are so good. So they are like a mashup of Sudoku meets like crossword, where you're trying to like knock out the right things to create a picture, an image out of the pieces that you knock out, and you don't want to knock out pieces that aren't supposed to be knocked out. Picross is very, very addicting. But I wouldn't say it's an amazing game. I have a lot of fun with it, and I think it's more fun than any of the games we put in the C categories. All of the Picross games.
All of the Picross games in C tier.
Yep.
You think? Okay.
Yep. No, above C. I think they're better than C. If they're C, because like whenever I think about would I play Mario Arcade over Picross? No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
So I think it's B, but for the vast majority of people who don't like puzzle games, it'd probably be C tier for a lot of people.
Fair enough. Now the next few here are Mario and Donkey Kong, which are essentially like of like a reimagining or like a redo of the original arcade, and some of like the Game and Watch mini games. They're fine, but again, they're really just the same thing again and again.
The first one is better than all of the following ones.
Really?
It is better than all the following ones. It harkened back to the Donkey Kong 94 Game Boy release, and controlled very much the same. Once they started introducing the March of the Minis and all the other things, like it was not, it failed to hold my attention. Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge that's at the end of that run there, that is actually just Mario versus Donkey Kong March of the Minis, but you would use your Amiibos to spawn in the toys. So
like
it's bad.
Okay.
It's bad.
So
like,
what do you say? Like, okay, so the Game Boy Advance one, Mario and Donkey Kong, and probably
I put it at B. I would put it at B.
I agree.
But everything else in C or D, depending on where how violent you want to be against the series.
I'd put the rest in D.
Okay. So we have Mario Pinball Land. That's just kind of like that one's fine. Like, I don't mind pinball. Like, same thing with Pokemon Pinball. Pokemon Pinball for the Game Boy Color was really good. But it all depends on how big of a pinball fan you are. It's just pinball with Mario skins.
I think it was the same company that the Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire versions.
Yeah.
And the Ruby and Sapphire versions are objectively worse than the one that's on Game Boy Color. Like, really bad. And Mario Pinball Land is also a lot the same, where it doesn't really tell you what your objective is. It doesn't give you an objective. Like, you get a board, you get your choice between like 3 boards. Doesn't give you an objective, and it puts you through like several like boss fights, but it's never ending, which is very evocative of pinball in and of itself. But it's Super Mario Pinball Land, and you would expect something more, and I was just disappointed about it.
Okay, so C.
If you're fine with C, I'm fine with C.
Okay, that's fine. Now Mario is missing, and Mario is missing too. KB, I want you to hit me with these.
So I didn't even know there was a Mario is missing too.
I didn't know.
So
That's not Mario's missing too. That's Mario's Time Machine.
Oh my god, I can't read.
Oh, yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it.
It's basically Mario's missing too, but it has Mario in it.
So Mario is missing. I'll tell you what, man. I'm a Luigi fan, so like being able to play as Luigi was cool. Being able to travel the world looking for Mario, learning history about all the different areas and places. You have like a little little map you can figure out, like with Yoshi, to get Yoshi in the games. You can ride around on Yoshi and stomp on all the little Koopas. Man, I would, as much as my nostalgia glasses want me to put it in S, I would put it in A.
I think that is a hot take.
Whatever.
So Mario Galaxy is on the same level as Mario is Missing.
Hell yeah,
that's a really big hot take.
Oh yeah.
So over on my list, I put it in C, and I put it in C because it's not an objectively bad game, in the same way that I think about like the Mario. It's hard for me to go, is Mario's Missing really better than Mario versus Donkey Kong 2 March of the Minis? Like, is it really better than that?
It's better.
But I think what was really cool, I got this as a Christmas gift along with my Super Game Boy and Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land. At the same time, my grandmother bought all three of those for me, and I was so stoked. And I went home and played it, and I was like, "What the frick is this? Why am I getting school at home?"
Good. It's so good.
But I spent a lot of time in that. Like, it was really cool getting to play as Luigi because I never got to play as Luigi because I played Super Mario World by myself for the most part. Like, it was cool to get to play as Luigi. It actually was really hard. The boss fights were semi-challenging. The trivia in it was very educational, but like entertaining. And traveling the world as like a kid that came from a small town that never really had any hopes of traveling the world. Like that was very cool for me. And I think it's a cool experience to just like say, hey, Mario's Missing's neat.
A tier.
It's got to be C tier. It cannot be A tier.
Let's put it in B as a compromise.
Whoa! It is a compromise, but my God, I should have went D.
I know. Mario's Time Machine. It's fine. I mean, it's just like you said, it's similar, but I don't know. It's just
I put that one in. I put the Mario's Missing and C tier on my list, and every other one of those edutainment games into the D.
I agree.
Oh boy,
Mario Paint. This one's a bit of an interesting one. This one's cool.
What do you think? I think
it's a C plus. It's not. I don't think it's anything higher.
Man.
Like I like the functionality of it, but like there's no appeal for me other than buying it and to have it in a collection and maybe like checking it out.
You're not a creative type either, though.
Yeah.
No,
there's a lot of people that do video game music and they said their start was from this game.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that do art that say that this game inspired them.
The music levels work inside of Super Mario Maker 1 and 2 is they imported this same concept into it because each line is a note all the way from the top of the map down to the bottom. I put that one in B tier.
Okay.
Because it was very, very innovative, and from the standpoint of you got an extra peripheral that you wouldn't have otherwise had, like the SNES mouse, like that was cool.
Mario Artists, nobody played those because those are 64 DD expansions. Yeah. Like nobody had those.
Those can't exist. Those are D.
Luigi's Mansion. I want to say the GameCube one is the best one. Yep. I want to say. Oh God, I want to say it's S tier personally. It's a really great game. It's short, but it's really unique, and I love that they gave Luigi his own personality. Like they finally started him in his own game. All right, you're not running and jumping. You're doing something different that's unique to you, and I like that Professor Egad also made the vacuum as well as the flood.
Yep. I won't disagree. I won't fight it. I would have probably put it in A tier myself and everything, but I won't disagree. I think it is an S tier Mario-esque game. But it's not Mario. If we're ranking the Mario games,
it doesn't really count necessarily. But I mean, it's like it's on the list, so I'll just throw it in. Okay. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is a C to me. That's
far down.
That's a hot take.
Wow.
It's C plus. It's C bordering
Went
B.
From S to C.
Damn.
All right, I'll throw it in B. Like it's okay. Like I didn't like it. Like I felt like it really just dragged.
The dual mansion piece was a very neat concept. I think. Like cool. I think that was a very neat concept, but the story did get a little muddled as you went through it. Like I don't know. Like I have a hard time going. That's a C game. Like I like Dark Moon. And they did some really cool stuff with the graphics in that game that they couldn't have done on the GameCube back in the day.
Okay. Luigi's Mansion Arcade. I've played that actually. It's fine.
Really?
I want to play it so bad, but isn't it
can't
like
find
just
it.
like a House of the Dead style, like
Yes.
rail shooter?
I could give it a C. It's fine. It's worth your $1 if you have $1 on you and it's in front of you. Luigi's Mansion 3, I would say, is A tier.
Man, I'd put that in S.
I'll agree with but would you put it above the original Luigi's Mansion, KB?
I'd put it on the same level with the original Luigi's Mansion.
I wouldn't.
I would.
I think it is gorgeous. It is animated really, really well. There's a lot to do in that game. I like the fact that they actually gave it DLC, that there was multiplayer aspect to it. I thought that was kind of neat, but it was very underutilized. I think they lost a lot of the scariness. It stopped being scary in the franchise. It was cartoony. Like running from that baby ghost in Luigi's Mansion 1 was the most terrifying thing. Watching Bowser be beheaded, terrifying.
I know.
So I don't know. Like I've got to put it a little bit below because it didn't maintain that franchise of what it should be. But I think it's below Luigi's Mansion, but above Dark Moon.
I agree. What is this one? Something Princess Peach.
That's Super Princess Peach.
Super Princess Peach. Okay.
What is that?
It is a Nintendo DS platformer where you play as Peach while the Mario Brothers have been captured by King Bowser.
Oh,
and
unrealistic.
Her powers are based on her menstrual cycles. She's angry, she's happy, she's sad, she's like the biggest thing that I think that game did well. She had if you played Super Smash Bros, she had the side butt smash. I think that was a cool addition to that game from a platforming perspective, where she would like do the hip check. And I thought that was cool. And the parasol is a very cool item that you kept because it allowed her to float. It gave some explanation as to why she can float. And it also was your guide along the adventure. I think this one though, it is a high C. It's not better than Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
But it's better than most of the stuff in the C category.
Captain Toad is a fantastic game.
I'd put it at B.
I agree. But it is better than Super Princess Peach.
Definitely. Mario RPG is S tier.
No, that's a D tier. Come on.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Fight.
I really think Mario RPG is S. I just wanted to see if I could get Eric to,
You're entitled to your opinion.
stream.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like,
You're entitled to your opinion, man.
I love the game.
I get rocked in that game. I
love
rocked in
it,
that
dude.
game
It's
so
good.
hard.
That game is hard, dude.
Where I
It's
have
hard.
not completed that game. I want to, and I want to do it on stream. And honestly, Eric, if you carve out some time, I will do it on stream if you'll come on and co-commentate with me. But like
It's a good game.
I haven't beaten it because I get rocked in that game, dude.
I know all about getting rocked in that game. I did that. Like I started it last year on the SNES Mini, and then I bought the actual cartridge and I played up to where I was, and then continued it on stream, and I beat that game on stream. That is a really great game, and it laid the.
I watched you beat it on stream, and I was like, "Oh, he's doing pretty good. I could probably do this now."
It's tough.
It's tough, but it's also like if you want to get into JRPGs, it's a really great entry point into that because you do have that. It's not you don't need to grind in that game, but I just think it's learning how to play it properly.
The save points are so spread apart
they
though
can
that
be.
if you die, you are punished. It's like
dude.
old school JRPG, like the hard stuff.
I think that's why I like it though. Like it's that appeals to me that way. Like I love the art style. I love the music.
I do love the art style.
Gino is in it. Like everybody talks about Gino. Like so personally, I'm gonna throw that in S tier.
I'm putting it in A on mine. I'm putting it in A on mine because it is so hard. But I think from an aesthetic experience, I think it deserves its place with a crown. It's more of a princess or a prince than a king or a queen.
I agree. Paper Mario.
That'd be an A tier for me.
B tier for me. it's clunky. I think it has all the personality that it should have. I really like Goombet is like one of my favorite introductions of a character in that game. And it's the only time that you really got to experience it. But I think the reason that I say when I'm comparing it to the rest of the pantheon of Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door is objectively better by a long shot.
So if we put Paper Mario in B tier, Thousand Year Door should go in A tier then, huh?
Yes.
I haven't played Thousand Year Door.
I
love Paper Mario. That's a great game.
Thousand Year Door is a much grander story, and it is the last time they did a Paper Mario game where they allowed the developers to give their enemies personalities and no longer just be Toads and Goombas and just random no names.
I know.
It is an amazing story. The aesthetic really gets nailed. You can see some of the cracks in the paper on Paper Mario in the original 64 release. The Paper Mario Thousand Year Door still holds up today.
Okay. Super Paper Mario for the Wii. I thought that one was okay, to be honest. Like
it's charming.
It's more platformy than it is. Like I love the perspective shift as well. I'd say that's a B.
Yep. B or C. I'm fine with it. It's a very high C, a lower B. I agree with you though. I think.
What is the next one? Sticker Star? Is that what that is for the 3DS? That was all right.
I put that in D for me.
I put it in C on mine.
So bad compared to the rest of the Paper Mario games.
Color Splash?
That's a D.
Also bad. D.
And then the latest one. That one was panned, wasn't it? Like a lot of people didn't like it.
I don't know why though. Like I got emotionally attached to Bobby the Bomb.
Yeah.
Like beautiful, and like the thing that I think frustrated a lot of people is they did steer away from their traditional like turn-based experience. The problem with it is you had this like ring puzzle that you had to solve before you could do an attack. So I think it's better than Color Splash. I think it's better than Sticker Star. I don't think that it's better than Super Paper Mario. I definitely don't think it's better than regular Paper Mario or the Thousand Year Door.
Yeah.
So I would say C.
All right. Fair enough. Mario and Luigi. Okay. So KB, you're in your element now here. Where would you say?
Yeah, that's S tier for me, man.
Yes, thank you.
That's one of the. I mean, you had Super Mario RPG. Then a good bit of those people from that dev team, when they got shit canned at Square, man, they went on and made their own thing. And then we had Mario and Luigi. So Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is absolutely an S tier game.
Okay.
Can we by proxy? It's 5 games across after that. By proxy, put this 3DS remake up there with it.
Yeah, I would.
It's the same thing, just with upgraded graphics.
I absolutely would.
It's a true remake.
Okay. Is it the Dream Team or is it no?
Sorry. Not Dream Team. It was Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions.
Okay. All right. So
that's Bowser's Inside Story you put up there.
Oh my god, I can't. I legit cannot see it.
I think you had it right the first time.
Yeah, it looks. It's got a white cover. It's got just Mario and Luigi standing staring.
All right, so the other Mario Luigi ones we put in the, you think, kind of B-ish?
Yeah, all the rest of them are B category except for Paper Jam. Paper Jam goes down to C for me.
Okay.
Paper Jam wasn't bad. It was like a nice crossover, but it was weird.
Where's that? Was that one on here? I've already.
Yeah, Paper Jam. I think you put it in S tier on accident.
Okay.
Or maybe A tier. Who knows?
All right, so they're all there. Sorry, the screen's just so okay. Anyway. Mario Rabbids. This is an interesting one. Like, I liked Mario Rabbids. It was okay.
Yeah, I put it A. It was good.
I agree. I think A is fine. A is fine. It is. I don't want to offend Whopper 744 out there, but it is.
It's okay.
It is tactics, and and that's okay, and it's charming, and that's the thing that it has going for it. But is it innovative or an experience that you shouldn't miss in the Mario Pantheon? No.
Super Mario Kart, I don't really like.
I hate that one. I actively hate that one.
See, thank you.
Like, it was good, but then like Mario got better. And then now it's like, meh.
Mario 64 is
I'd put that one at B.
Really?
Yeah.
The battle mode in that game is the best battle mode they've ever done.
I know.
That's what I mean.
It's
like,
I didn't really play battle mode. Those things, like I loved the races, but I didn't really have friends to play it with, so I never did the battle mode.
All right, let's fight for the music then. So the music in that game,
good,
second best in the entire Mario Kart franchise, right?
Yep. So I'll put that in A.
The courses are fun. The battle mode, I played a lot of battle mode. Like that was what me and my dad used to do. It was first to 11, and I hope he never watches this. So I'm going to reveal a secret. When I would start getting close to 11, I'd start throwing the game so he'd keep playing with me, and he would let me stay up longer than my bedtime. So like we would just play and play and play. And be like, "Oh man, you almost got me. No, you did get me." And we would play until I hit 11. But like the battle mode was really good in that game.
Okay. Mario Kart Super Circuit, I do not like.
See, that's on par with the SNES Mario Kart.
I agree. It's hard to play. Double Dash. That one was good. Here's the thing: Mario Kart 8 is S tier, and everything else is below it. That's personally where I'm at. Double Dash, I'm happy to say is A.
Yeah. Yep. I would agree.
Mario Kart 8 S tier. Easy.
Pull it on up there. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe by proxy.
DS is fine. Like that one was good. I liked that one. I'd probably say DS is A tier. What do you guys think?
DS is good. 7 is also really good. DS, the thing that I like about it is you can play multiplayer without having to own the game.
Yeah,
if one of your friends had it, like you can all play.
That was cool that they did that before, you know.
Yeah. There's all these the Mario Kart arcades. Like I
haven't played any of those.
They're inaccessible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mario Kart Wii, I think, is A tier as well. That was really fun. I liked the introduction of the Wii wheel, gimmicky, but I didn't like the Wii wheel, so
I've got so many of those things.
I know. Mario Kart 7. So, like, what do you say? Like, DS is A tier, Mario Kart Wii is A tier, 7 A tier.
Yeah, I would put 7 in A tier. 7 was the introduction of the kites and gliding and the underwater sections, and it has some of the better courses that's been in the expansion packs that they've been doing in Mario Kart 8 too. Like,
I think it's a cool game.
Surprisingly good, and people forget about it. And the 3D aspect on it was really neat.
Okay, so so it's just Mario Parties left. I think Mario Party. It's hard for me to say any of these are S tier. I think Mario Party 2 and 3 are probably A.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, I would even say. 1, 2, 3. The first 3, the holy trinity of Mario Party, and then everything else is garbage. I actually really liked, I think it was 7 that had the introduction of the microphone. That was my first Mario Party ever.
Oh, wow.
That was my first Mario Party. I didn't play any of the original ones, but I have since.
I remember getting Mario Party 8 on Wii. I remember going to the mall to grab that from GameStop or Electronics Boutique, and I was so disappointed with it. I hadn't played Mario Party in years, and it came out, and I was just like, okay, we'll give it a shot. And an hour later, I'm like, this sucks. It's just not fun.
Yeah. Did you put the rest of those Mario Parties in D tier, or where did you put them?
I put them in D.
Oh, but we put didn't we put the other Mario Parties in C, or did we leave? No, we put them all in D.
Yeah,
everything except the first 3 in D. Oh my god! Tell us we hate Mario Party without telling us we hate Mario Party, right? Like,
so the definitive list of S tier games: Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, Mario 3D World, Mario Odyssey, Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario RPG. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and then the 3DS remake, and then Mario Kart 8. The best of the best, cream of the crop.
I think those are the essentials.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to have an experience in Mario that is definitive, like, this is the definitive games you should play. You cannot miss these. I think Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World. Hello, Twitter. Goodbye, document. I don't see your guidance, but
that's it.
Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 3, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Sunshine. I argued for, but I got overruled. 3D World, Luigi's Mansion, We have the RPG, Mario and Luigi franchise and Mario Kart 8 on here. I think those are the definitive. You should experience these.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So, because we're in the world of fiction, let's discuss what fictional world we'd like to live in or visit with our really quick wrap up.
I'll go.
You go. You take it away. Play us out.
Here's the thing. I've got one place that I want to go and one place only. I love going to Walmart. I love watching people do dumb stuff. I love to see fights break out. I love to see scoundrels doing scoundrel things. And I also have a gigantic love of Star Wars. And if I wanted to visit a place, I would want to go to the Cantina on Mos Eisley. Because there's so many under the table deals. You get this like exotic alien space world food. Yeah, it's hot, but it's a dry heat. It's nice. You're getting in the shade. Yeah. You've got this beautiful music playing around you, and by beautiful I mean but I digress. It is the freaking future in the past, like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But you have so much cool future tech, and just to actually experience like what it might be like to see a lightsaber in real life. What it might be like to experience the sights and sounds of Robomech serving me and watching all the just under the table dirty rotten scoundrel deals happening. Like,
that's cool.
And that's why we have to go to Star Wars Land in Florida. I mean,
that's the closest thing I'm going to get, but people aren't mean enough there. They're all at Disney because they paid bajillions of dollars to get in.
I'll tell you what. We'll go.
These are well-to-do people.
I'll be mean. Yeah, I'll be mean to you. I'll give you the full experience you want. You know what I mean?
I don't want him to be mean to me. I'm just going to quietly hide and drink my bomb Coke that they put in a circular bottle over in the corner. It'd be great.
Oh man.
KB, what's your fictional world that you would love to go to?
Arlen, Texas.
But King of the Hills.
Yep, I want to go. I want to go get my propane from Strickland Propane, man. I want to see the sights. I want to go around. I want to do it all. I want to go to the barbecue joint. I can't think of the name now. Sugarfoot's. I want to go to Sugarfoot. You know what I mean?
Dude, that whole show is the peak of like 1990s middle America, like no nonsense, like just like laid back small town. Like,
that's where I want to go, man.
Yep.
I'm kind of with you, dude. Like I take mine back. I want to just relax. Here I am trying to see a spectacle. You're like, I just want to relax.
You know, I just want to rock up down the alley and see Bill crying over his sweet Lenore, and Dale hiding behind a fence. You know what I mean? Like, let's go get massaged by John Redcorn. Let's do it.
Listen, I almost live in a town that's kind of like that, though, to be completely honest. I got so many people that walk around here sound like, hey, you gotta go down and get the propane, man. You know what I mean, man. Like, get a straight up Boomhauer.
I believe it.
Got a bunch of Bo-Johns rolling around there, huh?
Mm-hmm. A lot of Bo-Johns.
I'd tell you when I thought of the wrap up topic, and I thought of the first place that came to my mind was the world of Blade Runner.
Oh,
I love that, like Neo Tokyo, like steampunky, just that like floating cars. Mm-hmm. Like that's been replicated in like Snatcher and stuff. If you guys have played Snatcher, the great Konami game. I like that setup. I like that world, and like everybody that does the sci-fi thing or the sci-fi town or world has copied Blade Runner since.
I mean, look at Cyberpunk, man.
That's a Blade Runner game. That's where they got it from, and so that world is just so cool. I just think it's so cool. So I would love to live there or just go there.
Live? That's what I was about to say. Do you want to live there? It seems pretty freaking terrifying to live there.
I feel like I'd be a bounty hunter, though. Like, I'd love to be a bounty hunter with, like, the rain jacket and a floating DeLorean. You know
shoot. Well, can I just come with you and people watch? This is exactly what I wanted to do in the cantina. Like, I'll just watch you do it.
Yeah.
If I could have a runner up of a fantasy land I'd like to go to, like a fictional place, I'd pick Australia, man. You know, I mean,
yeah,
They got animals that are just mashups of other animals. I mean, come on. What else do you really need?
What is this? A duck or a beaver?
Yeah.
I know. Well, with that being said, that pretty much wraps up episode 33 for today. That was a big one. We have the definitive Mario list. We've got a ton of news and our favorite fictional places. I think it was a very complete episode. What do you guys think?
Thanks for coming and watching. I think I'm going to thank them. They can go home.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Live action audience.
Remember, if you're listening on Spotify, leave a thumbs up, or on iTunes, leave a thumbs up. Comment on the video down below if you're watching on YouTube, and go play Mario Maker on the Wii U.
It's a me.
Any final thoughts? Pratt. Any? Oh yeah, Chris Pratt. There you go. I'm just waiting for KB to say, "Don't forget to bring a towel."
Don't forget your towel.